Hello, everybody. This is j.gabriel. It's not going to be a quick video, but I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. I've already went through it once, turned around and did some things, but changed it, make it go hopefully a little bit faster. I'm not going to give you a warning, but well, actually I will before I turn on the Dremel. I'll be using, before I turn on, I'll tell you what I'm using and why I'm using it. Tools for these two mods, as you see right here, it is actually right here. Get it to where you can see it. Oh man, come on, it's not going to. There we go. It's countersinking. This is rough. This is just a junk plug, just to kind of give you the gist of what's going on here. It's a counter milling, over milling with undercut, and the whole idea about this is like if you have a shorter key pin, like let's say this right here is actually like a 0, but if you have like a 2 there, what you want to do is get another key pin, maybe like of the 4 height, which right here in my hand, I think maybe not, or is this one it over here? I think this one might be. Yeah, this is it. And this is what I used earlier. So basically, I get that down in there. So get that down in there, and I will be going about medium speed with the jeweler's deburring wheel, and I guess be ready because it's about to get a little noisy with some high noise, a little screaming, and let's get this on the road. Alright. Take it out. There we go. You can see. And I'm going to work on the ledge. A little bit here. Come up a little bit more. And right here. Okay, what I've done there is I've matched to the top of this pin. This is about a number 4. Let's say a number 2 is going to be there. That will leave you this ledge here for your driver. And we'll say right here with this driver. Pull it up. We'll sit below that shear line. Then it hits that ledge. It core turns, fault set. And that could either free the binding up on that one and bind another key pin, and at that point they go pick it. Now step 2, take this bit off, be using this for the other one. We'll use one of these. I do have some dentistry bits, but we will use this. Get this in there. A bit more. Wait, yeah, this is wrong. Yeah. Fine. This would be perfect for what I need. It's one of these basic bits that you get from. All right, time to turn it back on. Be ready. Here we go. I'm going to come here at a 45-degree angle-ish. Alright, I have created a little bit of overmilling there. Took the sharp edges off the channel, so your thin spool will fall right in here. And replace the bit again, this time back to the jeweler's deburring wheel. Actually, I had in earlier, and here we go. Right there's good. Tighten it up. Okay, that creates counter milling, over milling, and an undercut. Purpose behind that, since now that larger key pin was taken out, let's say we get a number 2 there. So at a number 2, tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. Oh my God, there they are. I think so. All right. It's going to sit below that shelf with a smaller key pin. So when that pin actually binds now, it's going to come up and hit that shelf. And at that shelf right here, it's going to go into a false set. And they go pick something else. With that overmilling and that undercut there, it is going to counter rotate a little bit more. So now you have this pin binding right there on that. So that's 3 mods in 1 chamber. Now this other one that you see right here, like I said, a little bit messed up from the earlier video. It's still one I'm trying to perfect, and I'm putting it in challenge locks like a dumbass, but you know, that's just the way it is. Don't do it enough, you know, it's hit or miss. So what we're going to do is what I did before earlier. Took a coping saw, cut right down the center, about almost halfway, a little bit. You can actually go halfway, but you got to keep in mind these chambers here with the screws that bolt on your tailpiece, your actuator, has a chamber that runs through over here. So if you're not careful, you will go into it. So best practices are your first 4 chambers to do this type of modification. Now, this modification, you could do it in the back 2 and the front 4 on both sides, or you could go a resettable trench trap here on one side, this type here, do another one on both sides, then do a trench trap here with one of these on one side and on the opposite, and just keep a standard right there. Really have someone scratching their heads. All right, once you've cut down through the center, now let me grab this little baby again right here. We are going to go down, and if you do this, it's also better to use to get an idea of where, get an extra key pin and kind of mark it with the same size or even a little bit higher, like I was talking about for this one. And the reason is, either once they set a pin, it goes into the false set, it's already off into that trap. Or if you want them to lift up a little bit, then go off into the trap. Okay. So once you've got this there, got your cut, Dremel, cutting on. case, I've kind of already did that, and at least kind of show you what's going on with that. Now, the fun part. This is the tricky part. Because the plug will get hot, and it's kind of hard to even put it into like a plug shoe and turn it. I'm sure you probably could. Probably a little bit easier than what it was for me. Probably cut down on the heat that gets involved. But what you're trying to do is start an undercut. When you start the undercut, you want to walk that around. And once you walk it around opposite of the way you're cutting, you want this whole thing to ride right there in that cut. But you want to kind of come up and down, back up and down a little bit as you're cutting and turning this plug to give you a nice channel for something like tweezers right here in front of my face, rattlesnake. All right, where you want something like this to catch in there. And I had another something to kind of use as a visual. That is not it. That ain't it. You know what? Here we go. We'll go with a nail. This nail, we'll put it in the one that I've already cut, which would be this one. So when it comes in and it sits in there, look at that false set. Now, if you followed further around, but I recommend doing within the first 4 chambers, you could get, that's pretty much a 90. I'm guessing you can get up to about 120 degree rotation. And bam, move that nail out of the way. Make sure I got this tight. Here goes the madness. There we go. It helps if you have a longer, like alien ET extraterrestrial finger to turn off the drill, or have someone around who could kind of like help you with that. And bingo, you got your trench trap. That's 2 modifications using this junk experimental practice type core. And like I said, where did the shoe go? Right here. This line back up. Depending on what you use. Bam, get you some deep false sets. And that's pretty much about it. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas for those who celebrate. For those who celebrate something else, don't even celebrate at all. Hey, man, my best to you all. And to you all, a good weekend, a good night, and a good week, and hopefully an even better year upcoming. But that is all I have for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. That's all I got for y'all. I'll take care. Bye-bye.